Hi there. Tell me, how do you find winning investments? I mean businesses that go up a lot, more than 2x. Well, there are a lot of businesses out there, a lot of companies. Alibaba, Amazon, Nvidia, and so on. But, as you can see, some businesses go up a lot, more than 2x, but then they go down. A decline over 75%. So it's easy to find investment ideas. As I said, there are a lot of companies. You can easily find any stock price can go up a lot, more than 2x. And then it goes down. But the most important thing when investing is to know when to buy and when to sell. Because if you buy at the wrong time, at the highest peak, as it was the case in 2021 for JD.com, your return wouldn't be that great, a decline over 75%. And you don't want that. You want to buy low and have an increase over 200% in just 2 years. That's the aim, that's the goal. So how can we achieve that? To find winning investments? Well, let me show you how I do it. You see, to know when to buy and when to sell, you have to understand the business, to find its fair value, and then to buy when the stock price is undervalued or close to the fair value. So in this case of JD.com, you can see that the fair value for a 10% annual return is about 64 billion. And now the market cap is around 37 billion. So you have a margin of safety of almost 42%. Same for the stock price. $41 is the fair value and the stock price is $23. Now what you see here is quite simple. Search for undervalued stocks and you invest in them. You make a portfolio of 10 of them and then you'll do well over time. But the problem is to find those ideas, those investments ideas, is quite hard. There is a lot of work behind this process. I mean, you have to read annual reports, which have over 600 pages, only one report, and by the way, you also have to read more about the competition, the industry they operate in, and other trends. So to calculate this fair value is not that easy. There is a lot of work behind. Now, let me share with you my process, how I think about businesses. As you can see, this is my research platform, my watch list. By the way, I have more businesses, but this video we focus on one example, and that is JD.com. So, as you can see, you can easily access more information about JD.com. You click on JD.com and you go to this link, where you can see my analysis. First, I start with fundamentals, the revenue, earnings, operating income, free cash flow. By the way, those numbers are taken from their annual reports. It's not easy work. You have to search all the reports and take those numbers. So you see the revenue, earnings, liabilities, return on equity, return on invested capital, and the most important is the real free cash flow. Because you can see that some companies report their free cash flow, but you also have to check if that is the real free cash flow. Because there are differences. And in my analysis, I also calculate the real free cash flow. You need those numbers to assess their future value. Then, after I have all the fundamentals, all the numbers, then you can also see a chart of the revenue, earnings, and free cash flow, how they've grown over time. Then, some notes about every quarter, what they did. And the most important, to analyze a business, to assess its future value, is to understand it, how they make money. And in this case, you can see that JD has more operations. And if you read those notes, you can easily understand their business, what they do. Then the next step is to see the segments, where the revenue is coming from, then sub-segments. Then another important step is to understand the moat of that business, in this case JD.com, what are their advantages, what are they able to make those profits and increase them in the future. You have to ask the question, what's their advantage over the competition? And if you understand that, then you can easily calculate their fair value. So let's come back. You have the moat. As you can see, they have more advantages. Then the next step is to see the most important indicators of this company so that you can easily track their performance when they are doing great or badly. More about the management, who owns this company, and as you can see, the founder owns about 12% of JD.com, and he controls the company. As you can see, he has a voting power of over 70%. Then opportunities, if they are able to increase their earnings more in the future, and if they can, then the stock price will go up a lot. So this is another important step to see their opportunities. And another one is the risks, because when you invest in a company, you have to know the risk and then the reward, their opportunities. So in this case of JD.com, you see the risks. Then you also have to analyze the competition, see who are the competitors and what are their advantages. And for that, you have to read other annual reports, which have over 600 pages each one. And then after you understand all those steps, because as you've seen, there are many, from 1 to 10. So after all this hard work of researching, you are able to calculate their fair value to assess the future outlook of JD.com. So once you understand the business and you are able to predict their future free cash flow or their earnings, you are able to calculate the fair value. And in this case of JD, you have three scenarios: the normal case, the bad scenario, and the great scenario. So to calculate the fair value of any business, you have to do a lot of work. Read more about competition, see their fundamentals, their moat, their opportunities, and see their risks. And once you understand all of those points, you are able to calculate the fair value and predict the future of any business. But this is not easy. You have to work a lot. Read every day about businesses, about new technologies, innovations, and so on. So this is my research platform where I analyze different businesses that can have opportunities and risks. But as you can see, I always try to invest in great companies where I have a margin of safety. To analyze a company like this, it takes around 1 week till you read all the reports, read more about competition and the industry. So this is hard work. It's not that easy to buy low and sell high at the right moment and double your money. It's not easy. You have to do the work. Because if you don't do, you buy at the wrong time, at the highest peak, and you have a decline like this, over 70%. And you don't want that. You want to have some knowledge about that company, in this case JD.com, to understand their business model, what they're doing, and then to know its fair value. When you know that, you can easily buy below the fair value. Invest in that business with a marginal safety. And in this case, you have a marginal safety of 40%. So JD may be a winning investment. Now, if you like the way I think about businesses, how I analyze them with all those steps from 1 to 11, fundamentals, risk, opportunities, business model, moat, then you can get in. But as I said, this is hard work and it's not for everybody. You have to understand what marginal safety is, and what patience is. Because if you don't understand those two main important things, you are not able to invest in companies. So if you are serious about investing, to buy with a marginal safety and have the patience to wait 1 year, 2 years till the stock price doubles, then you can join me. But of course, this is not for everybody. Only for people who understand what marginal safety is and patience. Now, to get access to my platform, you can send me an email. You can find more details in the video description. So let me explain how my research platform works. You have more businesses where you have the fair value and see the marginal safety, their opportunities, and the risks. This is the short description so that you can follow each company easily. And if you want to know more about that business, you go and click on it and you go to the entire research process. So in this case, JD.com is a free example for you. After this, there are more businesses on my research platform. Moreover, I keep adding more businesses. I update them according to the results, what they do, what are the next opportunities, and of course, the risks. And this is an ongoing work. I have to work every day so that I'm able to understand those businesses and assess their fair value. By the way, you can also access this research platform on your smartphone. Let me show you how. As I said, to get access to my research platform, you send me an email and then I share with you my research platform. After that, you can use Sheets, a Google app. If you don't have it, you can download and install it. It's quite easy. And then you access it with your Gmail account and go to the research platform. And here you can easily see the company, the fair value of JD.com, which is around 64 billion, the market cap, and the marginal safety. And if you want to read more about it, a short description, to see their opportunities, you can go to the right side to see their opportunities and the risks. And this is quite easy. As there are more companies, you can easily follow them. And when you want to invest, you search the company you like, see the marginal safety, and take advantage. So it's quite easy. Now, as I said, this research platform is not for everybody. There is a price. Now, to get access to my research platform, you can see the link in the video description, which is Linktree Business Life Investing, or you can send me an email at businesslifeinvesting@gmail.com, and then I'll send you this link. And on this page, you see my video about my research platform, and then my price, a button that sends you to the checkout page. And as you can see, my price is $229 per year. This is an annual subscription. So if you want to take advantage and have access to my research platform, then you can join me. And after you pay this price, you get access to my research platform. And of course, my support, my email support, because I'm sure you'll have more questions about businesses I analyze. But be aware that this platform is not for everybody. Only for people who understand what marginal safety is and patience. Plus, one more thing, this price is for early customers. Later on, I will charge more. Moreover, I won't accept a lot of people because it takes a lot of time to take care of each one, to answer all your emails, and who knows what questions you'll have. That's why first I will start with a few people. And the price is $229. I try to keep it low, not to charge over $500, $1,000 or more, as others do. I want to offer value at a good price, a fair price. So once you pay, you get access to my research platform and my support, which will be by email. Now, why should you join my research platform? Because as you can see, you have to pay a price. But the way I analyze businesses and think about them is quite valuable. As you probably know from my previous videos on YouTube, I'm a picky investor. I don't invest in any company. I always try to find the best companies that are undervalued, and then I take advantage. So it's like you pay this low price, $200 per year, but you are able to make more than $1,000 per year when the stock price doubles or even more. So you get access to my work. And by the way, I really work for this research platform. You can see my previous videos on YouTube because I analyzed a lot of businesses, and maybe you've seen that my predictions were quite good. When I said that the stock price will go up, it went up. For instance, Stonco, I said in the past that the stock price will double. The stock price doubled. Then Zim, when everybody was crazy about Zim, about that huge dividend, I said that the stock price will go down and the dividend will be cut, and that happened. Then Tencent, when the stock price was below $40, I said that this is a bargain, and now the stock price is over $45. Again, a good prediction, and other ideas. So how am I able to predict those businesses? Well, as I said, I do the work, the hard work. I read about those businesses, I analyze them, and when they're undervalued, I take advantage, and I can double my money. So you can easily see my past videos, the way I think about businesses. Moreover, I also have an advantage over other investors. I understand computer science quite well because I'm also an engineer, not only a business person, and I can easily see the future outlook of those businesses, especially technology companies. Many people don't have this background to understand computer science and also business. And when you combine those two things, you have an advantage over the competition, and you are able to predict the future outlook of those companies to see how much money they'll be able to earn in the future. And then you calculate the fair value with conservative assumption and take advantage to invest in those companies. And the price you pay me of around $200 per year is quite a bargain compared to the value I offer. But as I said, I don't accept many people, only a few. So that's it for this video, and if you have other questions, you can let me know in the comments or send me an email at businesslifeinvesting@gmail.com. Or if you want to join me right now, you can find my link in the video description, Linktree Business Life Investing, where you have access to my research platform.